Welcome, my name is Dalene Lewis, and today I want to speak to you about key performance indicators, otherwise known as KPIs, versus minimal acceptable standards, also known as MAS. So often in organizations, you walk into an organization and you're given key performance indicators, as mentioned, known as KPIs. I like to refer to it as minimal acceptable standards. And the reason why minimal acceptable standards, let me share with you. If you look at the word indicators in key performance, an indicator means it's an indication of what's expected of you, an indication of what they would require you to do or potentially want you to do. So it's an indication. It's not a clear, decisive, fundamental, outright outcome. It's an indicator. Hence why I prefer minimal acceptable standards. Minimal acceptable standards says it's the minimum acceptable standard. In other words, it's the minimum amount of activity that you need to do on a daily, weekly, monthly basis in order for you to achieve the results or the outcomes that you're striving for. Minimal acceptable standard is not a maybe, it's not a negotiable, it's a must. It's an absolute necessity if you want to reach, especially in sales, if you want to reach the results that you're striving for. And too often in organizations, when you have a KPI, how are they measuring those indicators? What are the measurements? Whereas a minimal acceptable standard, it's a definite. It says you have to make either a minimum of 20 calls a day, 5 appointments, 3 closing of deals. It's definite, it's definitive, and it's measurable. It's measurable that allows you to achieve the outcomes and the targets that are set for you in the first place. I sincerely hope that the difference in my explanation of KPIs and minimal acceptable standards has made it clearer for you, just in terms of in a sales environment. It's a tough environment, it's stressful, it's highly pressurized, it's targeted. So being very clear on a minimal acceptable standard that sets you up for success, that sets you up for the results that you're striving for, says that you know what the rules are in order for you to play successfully, or at least win at the sales strategy that you're applying and implementing on a daily, weekly, monthly basis.